All right, high school graduates. So either you just graduated, you're about to graduate, you're in your senior year, you're in your junior year, and everyone's asking you the $1,000,000 question. What are you going to do after you graduate? Are you going to go to school? Are you going to go to the military? Are you going to work? Are you going to go to trade school? Are you going to take a year off? Are you going to help with the family, help with the family business? So everyone's going to be asking this question, and to me, I dreaded that question. I dreaded hearing, hey, are you going to school? When are you going to school? What are you studying? Or, hey, you just graduated high school. What are you studying? People assuming that you're already going to go to college, and that's not always the case. A buddy of mine graduated last night from high school. Kyle, good job, man. I'm proud of you. Little backstory about Kyle. He's 5 to 7 years younger than me, and I watched him grow up. I used to teach him how to play piano, whatever. We were buddies, and recently he even mentioned me as his mentor. So that being said, a few months ago, that was his image of me, was a mentor, and I was a mentor or mentee. Now, last night he graduated. Now we're on equal level playing field. So it's a little different. Last night, actually, his mom made a comment about how it was funny how just 3 or 4 years ago, I was going to their birthday parties and bringing them iTunes gift cards and stuff like that. And now we're both equal. I view him as equal. He may still view me as, older, more mature, whatever, still look up to me, and I hope he does, and I hope I can encourage him and lead him in the right direction. But kids, now that you're graduated, you're in the real world. In today's society, if you're watching this channel, you know that you can be very successful in this world without going to college. So there are certain things you need to decide what you want to do. And I know you hear that a lot, but let me tell you this. I'm 23 years old. I still don't know what I want to do. I'm doing a lot of things right now. But I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I'll give you a few things that I'm doing, list them off. But when people ask you, what do you want to do when you get older? I personally, I don't know what I want to do, but I know I want to be successful. I know I want to be an entrepreneur, make my own schedule, and do my own, work for myself. I want to create a business that I can employ other people and create a good atmosphere, work atmosphere for them as well, because it's some people just want to be their own boss, and that's okay, but some people want to create an atmosphere for other people to be successful as well, and that's what my goal is to do. So like I said, you may be like me. I'm 24. You may be coming out of high school, and when people ask you, oh, are you going to college, or where are you going to college, assuming that you already are, you kind of dread the question and say, I don't know, or I'm going to take a year off, or oh, I'm trying to get in, so little things like that I said, wishing people would not have asked me those questions. So there's a few things. Like I said, I'm 23 years old. This is my house. I bought my house by myself over a year ago, and I bought a brand new truck at 21. Not to brag about those things, but I will say that there's a few things in my life that have made a difference, and that goes with getting a job, working a few jobs, and my interaction with other people. So I want to share those 5 things with y'all right now that I believe will make a difference in your life, regardless of your industry, military, what you do. The first thing is your attitude and your outlook. A lot of kids in high school come out of high school with this attitude like, no one can teach me anything, I know everything, and no adult or no parent or your parents, if you're rude and disrespectful to your parents and stuff like that, other people are going to see that. It's not a good quality. You got to have a good outlook. This is still one, attitude and outlook. Outlook, you have to have an attitude and outlook on life is, it's whatever you get, whatever you're going to do, work hard. It's not going to come to you easy. It's not, you see these people on Amazon or on YouTube and stuff, like making money from all these channels and all these revenues now in this new day and age, but they didn't get there overnight. They've spent many, many hours working on that stuff and developing it and learning it. And to us, for me personally, I go on YouTube and I see kids or kids 16, 17, even 21 years old making a killing on YouTube, and I'm like, man, this is so lucky. How do they do that? They have 300,000 followers or 2 million followers like that, and it's easy to look at that and be like, oh, I'll never get there. I'm not going to start a YouTube channel because of that. But I mean, at the time of making this YouTube channel right now, I think I have like 3 videos. So I say that to say you have to start somewhere. So you have to have that good attitude and the outlook to say, you know what, I can do this. No one's going to tell me I can't do this, and I'm going to put the time in. So that's the first thing, is attitude and outlook. Second one is driven. You have driven. You have to be driven to make your, and I guess that could fall under the first one too, is you have to be driven to say, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to make it. And here's the thing that kind of hit me this past week. It's kind of funny because I claim to be an entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur. My desire is to be an entrepreneur, and I view myself as an entrepreneur, but right now I don't think that I'm there yet where I need to be, but I think other people view me as that. But one of the things about being an entrepreneur and being driven is failure. And a lot of entrepreneurs, if you ask them what's their number one fear or what's their biggest fear, I know me personally, my biggest fear is failure. And for instance, you've heard the Thomas Edison 1,000 ways not to create a light bulb. Part of being an entrepreneur is failing. And for me personally, that's hard. That's hard to comprehend. I'm going to have to fail to be successful. And it may be one time for some people. It may be, you may get lucky like Steve Jobs or who was the guy at Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg. So you may be that person to get lucky and to have that, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to go through these failures to get you where you need to go. And for me, that's the hardest part, is failing. But I have to learn, and I have to tell my mind and tell myself that failure is part of success. So I have to be there, and that's part of the way. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to be driven. You have to know, hey, I'm going to fail, but I'm going to learn from my failures, and it's going to make me better. And so that's number 2, you have to be driven. Number 3, this is a huge thing that has changed my life, is being respectful. And even today at 23 years old, I tell people, hey, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, stuff like that. That may not be part of your culture wherever you are, but I mean, down here it is. Some people come down. I live in Florida. Some people come to Florida, and they, if I say yes ma'am, they look at me like that was rude, or so it's part of your culture, but it makes a difference how you treat others and how you respect others. If you show respect to other people, regardless of if they're giving it back to you, their respect for you is going to be higher. Regardless, they might think, oh, this kid or this adult is giving me respect. Why? And then they're gonna have more respect for you. So that's very important. And I mean, you've heard the golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. I live by that, and I think you should. It'll change your life if you treat others the way you want to be treated. That was 3. Number 4 is work ethic. So this past week I hit 4-year anniversary with the company that I've been working with. A year after high school, when I got out of high school, I was working 5 jobs, and I landed this job. Starting out, I was like an office boy, I guess. I was filing papers, running errands, going to pick up mail, doing minute things, little minuscule, anybody could do them jobs, and I was faithful at that. I had a good work ethic, and I said, I'm going to do the best that I can at this. I showed up on time. This is huge. If you're showing up to work, if you don't have a job or you're going to have a job, if you show up a few minutes late every day, people notice that. You try to cut out a few minutes early, or you take a few minutes extra on your lunch break. That people notice that, and you may think, oh, nobody sees it, or it's not a big deal, it's 2 or 3 minutes here, but I promise you, if you're early every day and you're on time, that goes a long way. What else? Yes. Staying late is another thing. If you have work to do and it needs to be done, and if your work or they allow you to stay late to get work done, just finish it, just do it, which leads me to part of having a good work ethic is having a yes mentality. This is something that my boss, he's 67 years old, and I've kind of learned this more recently as well, is having a yes mentality. If he asks me to do something, whether I want to do it or not, I'm going to say yes. And he knows that. And he knows that he will, if he doesn't want to do something or he needs something done and it's important to him, he knows he can come to me and say, hey, Evan, I need you to do this. Will you do this for me? He already knows the answer is going to be yes because he knows I have a good work ethic. I'm going to do the best that I can at it, and I'm going to say yes, absolutely, I'll do it right now. And doing it now mentality is the other thing. So he'll call me some days and say, hey, I need you to do this, 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 and this. And I'll say, yes, sir. When do you want me to do that? Now. Why are we still talking about it? Do it now. Okay, yes, sir, do it now. And so I think our minds have this time period, about 5 seconds for decisions. So if you say, hey, I can do this or I can do that, if you don't act right away, your mind, you're going to talk yourself out of doing it or push it off on the back burner. Oh, I can do that later. So you have to train your mind to say, hey, I'm going to do this right now as soon as I think about it. And once it's done, I can get it out of the way and I can move to the next thing. That's the other thing. And of course, you guys know giving 110%. That's very important. For the fifth thing is relationships. So my buddy Kyle, I don't know if he'll watch this or not. He may not. He wants to be an entrepreneur. He looks up to me, and I try to guide him and help him out and help him get into some business things. He has some buddies and some friends that he hangs out with that are not positive influences on him. And he wants to go move in with them when he gets out of high school and, oh, we're going to do this, this, and this, and our parents aren't going to tell us what to do and all this stuff. But I've tried to convince him not to do that, but at the end of the day, he's going to do what he wants to do, and he'll learn from them. And same thing, I've done some of this stupid stuff that I wish I wouldn't have done, and I'm learning from them now, and I might put that in another video. But relationships, if anybody who knows me will tell you that I hang out with a lot of older, successful people, retired maybe, business owners, stuff like that. Why? Because they have knowledge. They've been there, they've done that, and they know what to do. I don't hang out with them so I can ask for money or say, hey, can you buy me this or take me here, or maybe one day if you die, can you leave this to me? That's not important to me. They have the wisdom and the knowledge, and if you come to somebody like that or develop a relationship with somebody who has been successful and tell them, hey, look, I want to learn, can you teach me something? They're going to respect you for that, and then they're going to start to pour into you. Some of them you might have to kind of prime them up and say, look, guys, I'm really interested. I really want to learn. Can you teach me? You need to surround yourself with people like that, people that have been successful, and that's what I've tried to do. And I can name off a list of people right now. Now, they're not like huge, famous, successful people, but they're successful in this area, and they have been teaching me and training me and how to have an attitude and how to talk to people and how to use these qualities for my own life. And I tell you that I've been with this company for 4 years. I have no college degree, but I'm making what kids coming out of college are making. So I'm not saying that that's going to be for everybody, and you may make more than me, you may make less than me. That's kind of, that is minute when it comes to, hey, giving 110%, having a good outlook on life, and respecting others, and having good relationships. I'm telling you, it's so important to surround yourself with successful people and driven people and people that know how to treat each other, people who are uplifting and not discouraging, and people who are successful. I've said it again, I keep saying it, and I'm going to try to get some of these people on YouTube and see if I can get a short little video with them or talk to them and let you guys see kind of their heart and where they are, and what they've done and how they're doing in life, and their outlook on a younger person who says, hey, can you teach me this, or I want to learn that. Because a lot of times as young people, we don't really understand. It's kind of hard to humble ourselves or say, oh, I'm not going to go talk to this person, they don't have time for me, or they're not willing to do this. But a lot of times they're looking for somebody like that. They know, hey, I've spent my whole life working on this gift or this talent, and I know how to do this, and I want to pour it out to somebody. I want to teach somebody. Those are the kind of people, they're like you 30 or 40, 50 years from now. So that's my 5 little nuggets on for college kids graduating college, or no, kids graduating high school and getting ready to know. So regardless of what you do, whether it's travel, go to school, make money, start working, join the military, is have a good attitude and outlook, be driven, be respectful, have an awesome work ethic, and surround yourself with people who are going to uplift you and motivate you to be the best that you can be. Thanks, guys. Check out more videos, please. Like I said, I only have 3 right now. Hopefully I'm going to have more coming on. This is a little bit of the house. If you have seen, I have one video of me walking through the house when I first bought it. Hopefully I'll be putting up a new one pretty soon, maybe tonight, about a walkthrough. I might have to get some cleaners in here. But I want you guys to see, like, I'm not some kid making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't have a Lamborghini, but this is real life. It's attainable. You guys can do this too. And I want to encourage you guys to be the best that you can be. So guys, check out some more of my videos. I'm super excited to be sharing all this with you. Like I said, it's new for me. It's I currently have 2 subscribers. So this is my journey from going from working a full-time job to transferring over to entrepreneurship and trying to start my own business and doing my own thing. A lot of you guys are thinking about doing that and kind of wanting to know kind of how it's going to go, or it's a risky situation. So I'm doing it. Hope you guys will follow me along the journey. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see, and kind of some questions that you have, because I've been through a lot at such a young age. And I want to help you guys, and I want us to go through this together. If you're doing the same thing and you personally are starting a YouTube channel and trying to go through this, please comment and let me know your channel so I can follow yours and kind of check it out and see what you're doing. Maybe you could teach me something, and I'd love to learn. So check it out, guys. Look forward to the next video, and look forward to hearing you guys. Thanks.